Hi, I'm Rob from ProfessorGoldStar.com. Today we're looking at Spanish regular ER verbs in the present tense and how to conjugate them. We're going to be looking at the verb comer, to eat. This is the infinitive of the verb, so this is the form of the verb you find when you look up eat in the dictionary. How do we conjugate regular ER verbs in the present tense? We chop off the ER from the infinitive. This leaves you with the stem, and then we add the appropriate ending for the person who is doing the verb. So, for example, comer is to eat. Let's chop off the ER, leaving us with the stem. And if we add O to the end, for example, that makes it I eat. Como, I eat. Here we see the verb in its full form. First, the singular form. Yo como, I eat. Tú comes, you eat, singular. Él, ella, usted come, he or she eats. Nosotros comemos, we eat. Vosotros coméis, you eat, plural, and ellos, ellas, ustedes comen, they eat. Remember that usted and ustedes are the formal way of saying you in Spanish. This was covered in the AR regular verbs section as well. And also remember, you do not need to use the subject pronoun in Spanish all the time unless you need to clarify or emphasize who is doing the verb. Notice how the ER has disappeared from the verb, and then we've added different endings so that we can talk about different people doing the verb. Later on, we're going to look at applying these skills with the multiplier effect. This is where you can conjugate all of these other verbs listed in the green box by following the same process of chopping off the ER and then adding different endings. Let's look at the verb in more detail. Firstly, the singular parts. Como, I eat. Comes, you eat, singular. Come, he or she eats, but also you formal singular eat. Now the plural forms. Comemos, we eat. Coméis, you plural eat. And comen, they eat, or you formal plural eat. Here we see the verb in its full form once again. Now let's see if you can apply this knowledge in the multiplier effect. Choose one of these other 9 verbs in the green box and then apply this knowledge to those verbs by writing them down in Spanish and English. It's always good to start with the infinitive at the top and then do the singular and then the plural forms of the verb underneath that with the Spanish and the English. You can do as many as you want. Here's a challenge to see how well you can do. I've put 5 verbs in Spanish to translate into English and 5 verbs in English to translate into Spanish. So pause the video, write them down, translate them, and press play then to correct your answers. Pause the video now. Let's see how you got on. Número 1, bebo, I drink. Número 2, vendemos, we sell. Número 3, corren, they run. Número 4, mete, he or she puts. Número 5, aprendéis, you learn in the plural form. Número 6, they eat, comen. Número 7, she runs, ella corre. Número 8, I put, meto. Número 9, we must, debemos. Número 10, do you learn, aprendes. How did you get on? Remember to correct any mistakes that you make so that you can see where you've gone wrong. Today we've looked at Spanish regular ER verbs in the present tense. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you found it useful. And please do go to my website, ProfessorGoldStar.com, for more practice on these verbs and many, many other important grammatical points as well.